My name is Krista Carr. I'm the Executive Vice President of the Canadian Association for Community Living. CACL is a national federation with 13 provincial territorial associations and over 300 local associations across Canada from coast to coast, working to support people with an intellectual or developmental disability and their families. This is our last video update on our work supporting people with an intellectual disability and their families during the COVID-19 pandemic for the month of May. We will continue to provide video updates as we go forward, maybe not quite as regularly, but we will be providing video updates to keep people informed on what we're up to. I wanted to start this video by discussing the horrible report that I'm sure many of you have seen on the situation in long-term care homes that was published this week, done by the military on the situation in these homes in Ontario and Quebec. I guess the primary thing I want to say about it is that we at CACL have known for many, many years the perils of congregate living situations for vulnerable populations. And this report brings to light the horrible treatment that individuals were subjected to in these facilities. And we stand in solidarity with the individuals and the families impacted by this situation. It's not isolated. I'm sure if you did it across Canada, you would see more of this type of thing. And I'm hoping we learn, if there's one thing we've learned during this pandemic, it's that while everyone with a disability has had their share of struggles, as other Canadians have across Canada, people who live in individualized living arrangements like you and I have fared better, have been far safer in those individualized living arrangements. And if there's any good we take from COVID, the lessons learned, how we come out of this COVID-19 pandemic better off, smarter than we were when we went in. I hope we learn a lot of lessons about how we need to improve supports to people in terms of inclusive, affordable housing options and availability in community, so people with disabilities do not need to live within long-term care facilities or congregate care facilities and can live regular lives like you and I in their communities. Now, in moving forward, you can access the most up-to-date national information about disability supports for COVID-19 by following us on social media, signing up for our newsletter, and regularly checking our website, www.cacl.ca. CACL and the Federation at large will continue to ensure that the voices of people with an intellectual disability and their family have a place at all levels of government, and we will continue to be relentless and persistent in ensuring that those voices are brought to bear and that supports are put in place for individuals to try to make lives better. And we will continue to try to answer your questions that you might have related to disability supports or financial benefits during the pandemic. Before sending us questions, though, if it's a specific question to your province or territory, don't forget that we have 13 provincial territorial members across Canada that can also support you with answering your questions. How to get in touch with us? You can email us at info@cacl.ca. You can send us a direct message on Facebook or Twitter. And as I mentioned, we will continue our video updates over the course of the next couple of months. They won't necessarily be every week, but stay tuned. We will be continuing to keep you updated on CACL's efforts. And just one final note, we have not given up our efforts on getting financial support into the hands of individuals with a disability and their families across Canada. And we are still waiting for a financial announcement by both provincial and territorial and the federal government on supports, financial supports to people with disabilities during this pandemic. Thank you all, and we'll see you again soon.